Okay. Nolan Park in Kilkenny is the venue for the Leinster Club Hurling Championship Final, the third meeting between Birr and Castletown. The previous two meetings, Birr were successful, 97 and 99. Castletown won last year in the quarter-final of the championship, but the third meeting in the final, and Castletown looking for their first title and their first win, of course, over Birr in a final. Well, Castletown line out with John Lyons in goal, Tom Phelan, Paul Cuddy and Martin Phelan the full back line. Half back line, Declan Keelan, Cyril Cuddy and Robert Delaney. The half forward line, or centre field in fact, John Palmer and David Cuddy. Half forward line, Mick Butler, Richard Kingston and Fionán Sullivan. The full forward line of Brian Ferns, John O'Sullivan and Pat Phelan. Birr, twice All-Ireland champions, one of the top club sides of the last decade. His Brian Mullins in goal, Gary Cahill, Joe Erty and John Paul O'Mara. Donald Franks, Brian Wheelahan and Niall Claffey. Centre of the field, Johnny Pilkinen and Barry Wheelahan. Half forward line, Paul Malloy, Gary Hannafy and Rory Hannafy, and full forward line, Stephen Brown, Declan Pilkinen, and coming into the A and other position is Liam Power. All in readiness for the start of the final. Referee Dickie Murphy in the centre of the field, already changed on the Birr side with Stephen Brown gone to the centre of the field. The ball driven inside. In there is Johnny Pickett and playing it. Is it full forward or centre half forward? Pulls on the ball. Cut out on the far side of the field by Tom Phelan. Declan Keenan in fact it was, but back out in the centre of the field is Birr. Winning possession is Stephen Brown. Brown the midfielder now, playing wearing number 13. Dispossessed there well by John Palmer. Birr looking for the opening score in the opening minute of the game. Back outside to Stephen Byrne again. Byrne's shot looks a good one. Dropping, but dropping to the left and wide. Birr with the opening wide from Stephen Brown, the number 13. A Birr team literally laced with household names, stars in every position, every line on the field. The hottest of favourites, but Castletown full of heart. The ball tipped along by Declan Pilkinen. Paul Cuddy and Johnny. Paul Cuddy doing very well. Hand pass to Declan Keane. He loses possession, but wins it back again. Another severe pressure. Then bottled up on the ground. The ball across to Robert Delaney. He takes a heavy challenge. Blocked down and he strikes the ball. Coming inside to Declan Pilkinen. On the run is Rory Hannafy. Hannafy looking for the opening score. That's 2 and a wide. A row for the Birrmen. Castletown playing with the breeze in the opening half, and it is a very, very strong breeze blowing from our right to left. John Lyons with the puck out, and we'll see how far this one goes. Didn't really connect with it, just goes past center of the field, dropping on the other half, blocked down, well batted down. Donald Franks back covering is Robert Delaney. Delaney doing well, under pressure, still going forward, and foul going forward. That was good play by Robert Delaney. Referee Dickie Murphy bringing it back. David Cuddy will take the free. This is an important one, the first chance for Castletown. It would be a great settling score if David Cuddy could direct this one between the posts. The breeze behind him, it's the accuracy he needs. Rises it, strikes it. That's great. Great score, David Cuddy. Birr with 2 wide, but David Cuddy with his first strike of the ball scored 3 important points in the second half last week, but that's a really important score and it gives Castletown the early advantage. A great catch by big Gary Hannafy. These are big men and great hurlers. The ball inside. Kurt Pilkinen, a lovely little back pass to Declan Pilkinen. On the run the far side is Liam Power. Liam Power the opening, chance for a goal, but the ball just going to the left and wide. Oh, the pressure was on from John Lyons. Back covering inside as well was Robert Delaney. In case the ball was going towards the net, Castletown had it covered, but it was a real goal chance. Three wides for Castletown, yet to launch an attack, but they have a point on the scoreboard. Great catch on the far side of the field by Niall Claffey. Claffey foul coming out of the ball. The free will be taken by Brian Wheelahan. One of the hurlers of the century. Drives one up. Back there is Martin Phelan. The boy to win the ball is Gary Hannafy. Gets it back. John Lyons out of his line. Dispossessed him. Wins the ball himself. Then hand pass outside for Robert Delaney. And Robert Delaney, long one down. Down towards Kingston with the ball cut out. The ball was coming to Richard Kingston. The ball cut out over the sideline. John Palmer will take the sideline cut. 4 minutes gone in the opening half. This is a great cut. That's a massive cut. The ball inside. It's ball coming off the hand of goalkeeper Brian Mullins, but he does well to go back and retrieve it and gather it under pressure. Hand passes outside for Claffey. Claffey blocked down with the pull on the far side. Good play by full forward John Sullivan. The ball back out towards the centre of the field, chasing onto it. Fionán O'Sullivan, the captain. Fionán is tackled illegally as he went for the ball by Rory Hannafy, and the free in is to Castletown, and a chance for David Cuddy to put his side 2 points up. Just 5 minutes gone. David Cuddy with this one, rises it, strikes it cleanly. That's great scoring. David Cuddy with another excellent free. This time about 45 metres out. Foul on Fionán O'Sullivan. Great catch in the middle of the field by David Cuddy. Tried to walk it forward there, Mick Butler. Good play from him. Brian Wheelahan cuts it out onto the wing to Niall Claffey. Claffey bottled up, Mick Butler closing him down, forcing him backwards, and forced to hit the ball out over the sideline. The last touch was from Niall Claffey. Great play, Mick Butler. Six minutes gone in the game. David Cuddy will take the sideline cut. Cuts it low along the ground. Poor one. Barry Wheelahan takes it. Tips the ball back to Niall Claffey. He up the wing. Rory Hannafy. Stylish hurlers are these Hannafys. Robert Delaney. Great play, but he pushed him behind surely. But play on. Back inside to Pilkinen. Paul Cuddy closing him down. Johnny Pilkinen trying to go by him. Cuddy with the pressure on, locks him down. Great play, Paul Cuddy. Superb. And comes away with the ball. That's got tremendous play. Super play, Paul Cuddy. Two points to no score. Castletown leading, 2 frees from David Cuddy. John Richard Kingston fighting for the ball. Cut upside. There is Declan Keenan. Mick Butler lends assistance. Brian Wheelahan lost the hurl and passed the ball across. Course Hannafy, the centre half forward. That's Gary. Turns and strikes on his left hand side. Back covering Cyril Cuddy. Tremendous game last week. Away on us all around. Big chase but still going. Great play, Cyril Cuddy. Still going with the ball. Lost it, but still surely dragged down. Fighting for it on his knees. The hurl was in, pulled on in the air by Fionán Sullivan. Inside to John. John trying to break it down. Queuing up for it. This is tough hurling, hard hurling, and the ball cleared away by Donald Franks. Great catch on the far side, Rory Hannafy. Hannafy on the run. Rory Hannafy still going forward. In pursuit, he's got Tom Phelan. Still Hannafy the shot. A great save. Super save. What a save. Great shot from Rory Hannafy. Super save, John Lyons. But what a run by Hannafy, showing electrifying pace as he took the ball from almost the centre of the field, cutting open the defence. Johnny Pilkington was on the right hand side waiting for the pass. Hannafy had the confidence to go, but so also with the confidence inside was John Lyons. Super run, super save. Two goal chances for Birr. They haven't scored as yet. There's 8.5 minutes gone. Brian Wheelahan with the shot. This one will drop lowish over the bar. Just 9 minutes gone in the game, and Brian Wheelahan with the opening score for Birr. Two points to 1 to score. Birr leading. Hot as the favourites. Mick Butler trying to scoop it away. Ball cut away. No messing back there with the Birr defence. The ball up to Declan Pilkington. Pilkington back inside to Rory Hannafy. Hannafy goes for the equaliser, dropping to the left and wide. Four wides for Birr. Rory Hannafy shooting 2 of those, also with a goal chance as the puck out comes from John Lyons. Brian Wheelahan going backwards, backs it down, typical Wheelahan style. The shot from John Palmer, it's over the bar! Super score from John Palmer. The ball just brought back to him, he whipped it up, never thought about it for a second and whipped it over the bar. John Palmer, the number 8. Great score from him. Puts Castletown back into a 2-point lead again. 10 minutes gone in the game. Kingston under the severe pressure from Rory Hannafy, going backwards, blocked down, wins the ball back again, puts holds onto the ball, gives it inside to David Cuddy. He couldn't control it, tips it across. The ball cut away by Wheelahan, Barry Wheelahan this time. Cyril Cuddy runs onto it. Cuddy, Hannafy was in there as well, Rory this time, but the ball taken cleanly by Martin Phelan, down along the wing. Back there is Gary Cahill. Cahill clears his lines, but a bit of holding going on over there, so a bit of pulling going on. Robert Delaney holding on strongly to Gary Hannafy, and Dickie Murphy gives the free in the centre of the field.
Come on, sit again.
"11 minutes gone in the opening half. Castletown leading by 3 points to 1. Playing with a strong breeze. Brian Wheelahan with the free from the centre of the field. Drops it low again. Ball dropping inside. Johnny Pilkington couldn't control it. Paul Cuddy is there. The ball in front of the post. Danger here. Bursting his way forward is Hannafy. The centre half forward. Gary, but he was bottled up. The ball back outside. They're rejecting Pilkington. Pilkington crossed the face of the goal over the bar. Declan Pilkington with the score. The full forward when the ball broke out. Gary Hannafy was in there trying to force it in for a goal. Point between the sides, 3 points to 2. Just 12 minutes gone in this opening half. Fionán Sullivan tips it back to Robert Delaney. Delaney strikes the ball, but he was blocked down. The ball coming to Kingston. Kingston half knocked down as well. Ball across the far side. John Palmer was in there, back covering. But Stephen Brown picked it corner forward, back into the defence. Mick Butler pulls and misses it. Ball back outside of the unmarked David Cuddy. Cuddy now with a chance, goes for the score. Super score, David Cuddy. What a score from David Cuddy. Well worked by the Castletown men. When the ball then came back out to David Cuddy, one look at the post straight between them. Four points to 2. Castletown lead. Fionán Sullivan, the captain. Fionán on the run. Still going forward, Fionán Sullivan with the ball. Wheelahan comes to meet him. Hand pass across to John Palmer, looking for his second score. He's blocked down. And back covering is Barry Wheelahan. Great play. One of the greatest hurlers to grace the playing hurling fields of Ireland. The ball tipped on by Rory Hannafy. He's a huge man going forward, striking the ball inside, but striking it to the right and wide. This time was Liam Power, the number 17. Five wide for Birr. No wide as yet. No messing with the Birr defence, pulling on everything that moves. But great locked down by Cyril Cuddy in the centre of the field on Declan Pilkington. Then a little bit of a pile up and the referee will throw the ball in. Cyril Cuddy having another superb game at centre half back, has to have on Gary Hannafy, a player of his standard. The ball goes in, number 9 put on it, just tipping it away then was Barry Wheelahan. Cyril Cuddy there again, super play by Cuddy. Hand pass to the forward of John Palmer. Palmer is the tip across the far side. For the corner forward, that's Brian Burns. Burns with a shot inside. John Sullivan beaten in the air. The ball back outside to Kingston. Rises and strikes it. Just going to the right and wide. Just going to the right and wide. The Castletown attack appealing. There was a score. But referee Dickie Murphy was right on the spot as well, and the indication there was wide. First wide of the game from Castletown. Richard Kingston. The ball broken down by Robert Delaney. On the run is John Palmer. Now is the time to get rid of it. Still going forward with it. Gives it inside to Kingston. Kingston grabs the ball, loses his foot and gets it back outside again to Palmer. The ball tipped away by Brian Wheelahan and taken on the run by Stephen Brown. Cut off by Martin Phelan. Great play. Tom Phelan, the other brother, hardly distinguished over time. It's John O'Sullivan. He couldn't hold onto the ball. Back outside is Fionán, his brother. He does. He's under the severest of pressure. Gets his shot in. Dropping to the right and wide. Castletown bringing in a sub. It's sub goalkeeper Pat Maloney who's coming into the fray, and going off is Mick Butler. Maloney can play anywhere, a minor of last year. The ball up to the Paul Cuddy and Johnny Pilkington, both threatening to pull. The referee will sort it out and throw the ball in. On the far side of the field, it's Brian Ferns back defending in the wing out back position. Down towards Milani, over his head. John O'Sullivan is there, near the sideline. Puts it back across the middle. Got rid of it a little bit too quick. Brian Whelan is there, and with style clears the ball away. Up this side of the field to Gary Hannafy. Hannafy out near the sideline, drilled the ball across. Broken down by Martin Phelan. Cyril Cuddy is there, trying to scoop the ball out for Declan Pilkinen. Bursting his way forward, gets the ball back to Rory Hannafy. Hannafy turns a look at the post on the left hand side to the right and wide. 3 wides for the number 12. The 16 all for Birr. 17 minutes gone in the opening half. Ball out to the side of the field, broken away. Brian Ferns taken by Stephen Brown. Brown strikes him on the left hand side up towards Johnny Pilkin and goes past him and Paul Cuddy. Now the chances inside for Birr, but back covering and doing well is the number 2 Tom Phelan. He's bottled up but breaks the ball away, but he was being held. Great play, Tom Phelan. Good determined cornerback play, as one would expect from the Phelan brothers. Tom and Martin playing exceptionally well either side of Paul Cuddy. Tremendous full back line the last day out and carrying on today. Paul Cuddy with the free. He drills it low down towards David, the twin brother. David trying to get it up. Tackled from behind by Simon Barry Whelan. Simon not playing, of course, today. The ball back to Cyril Cuddy. Cuddy, lovely one inside, in towards John Sullivan. Inside of Pat Phelan. He was just being held from behind. Cornerback Gary Cahill is there. Gets it out to Stephen Brown. Brown being chased by Kingston. Gets his shot in. Knocked down by Fionán Sullivan. He couldn't get the pull in. Just tipped away from him. Up along the wing to Paul Malloy. Malloy back across the far side for Liam Power to chase after. The 2 number 17s. Liam Power with a shot, looking for the score. He drills it to the left and wide. 7 wides. 3 wides for Liam Power. "19 minutes gone in this opening half. Fionán O'Sullivan. It's the other little man, Brian Ferns, in fact, on the far side. Brian turns and strikes the ball back in across the middle. Patrick Phelan and Gary Cahill. Phelan holding on to him, holding on to each other and gathering the ball as they were doing. That was Donald Franks out the far side of the field, pulled on by Johnny Pilkinen. He seems to move back out the field. There is Martin Phelan. Gets the ball to Robert Delaney. It was Tom Phelan, in fact. I get it mixed up, it doesn't matter. They're one of the Phelans. And the ball driven into the left and wide. Robert Delaney scoops it forward. John Palmer drives it along the ground down toward Patrick Phelan, but been beaten every time by Gary Cahill, fouling him this time. Gary Cahill having a tremendous game at cornerback, and Patrick Phelan just hasn't got the measure of him yet. Cahill, an experienced cornerback, a fine hurler as well, takes the free on the left hand side, drills it up towards Johnny, and Paul breaks it down off his hurl back outside to Robert Delaney, having a fine game. The wing half back Cyril Cuddy pulled and missed it. Johnny Pilkinen tips it out along the wing out to this side. Paul Malloy on the run. Oh, great interception by Tom Phelan. Superb play by Tom this time. The ball back outside to Pilkinen again. Declan this time. Back in there is Cyril Cuddy. Tips it into an open space. He'll have work to do here as he's closed down. The ball on the shoulder coming in from Paul Malloy. In there again is Tom Phelan. Back covering this time is Cyril Cuddy. Worked well. Great play. Superb play, Cyril Cuddy. The ball down the field. On the far side is Niall Claffey. Hand pass it back to Brian Whelan. Whelan, a lovely little one for his brother Barry. That's great skill. Barry just throws a little jinx by David Cuddy. Gets the shot in, it'll drop low. The danger is here. Taken by John Lyons. And Lyons clears his lines. Lyons in the Lions then. Way across the far side. The ball goes over Niall Claffey's hands. David Cuddy is there. Diving in was Barry Whelan. Brian Ferns, the ball coming off the Burman on the far side. I think it was Barry Whelan, and the sideline ball. to Castletown, as the Castletown mentors on this side of the field, Paddy Kerwin and Mick Peters, and have a little bit of a powwow and seeking to make maybe some changes. The ball across, chasing out to it again is Gary Cahill. He's commanding that position, but he's knocked down, and Patrick Phelan wins it back, does get it up, the chance over Pat Phelan, drills it in, great score! Great score, Pat Phelan. Just as we were saying that the cornerback had total control on him, he followed him up, he got the ball, he snapped it up, and a great score from Phelan. The selectors might have been thinking of a change, so we're looking in that direction. They're settling down, we'll leave him there. We'll leave him there, and why not? That's a great score. It puts Castletown into a 3-point lead, 5 points to 2. 22 minutes gone. Defending is Paul Cuddy. The ball to Martin Phelan, hand passed across to David Cuddy. That's great play, Castletown. They're matching Birr in all departments, and they're leading him on the scoreboard. Back Curry again. John Sullivan's out to it. There's two there, his brother Fionán. Fionán goes for the score. Oh, Fionán, he drives it to the right and wide. It should have been a score. He had the time, he had the space, he snapped it. The fourth wide. Four wides for Castletown, 7 wides for Birr, but on the scoreboard it matters. It's 5-2 in favour of Castletown, the league champions. Johnny Pilkin and winning his first ball out the field, drills it in the far side for Liam Power. Power, the two number 17, battling for it. Power's a fine hurler, running into him, but they running into him illegally was Declan Keenan. A silly free giving away and a chance to narrow the gap for Birr. 7 minutes from half time. Castletown playing with the strongest of breezes. Gary Hannafy will take the free about 23 or 4 metres out. There should be no trouble to him. Gary Hannafy strikes it to the left and wide. Unbelievable. A 20-metre free, and Gary Hannafy strikes it wide. Well, things are going Castletown's way. Well, they might be going Birr's way. Out to the middle of the field. Cyril Cuddy drills the ball back in. Going upward was John Sullivan, but he missed it. The ball taken by the cornerback Gary Cahill. He's on his knees. He's being held. The referee gives the free again. Good play, John O'Sullivan. Good play, Patrick Phelan. They bottled him up. He was on his knees. He couldn't clear it, and now the chance for Pat Phelan to get his second score. 24.5 minutes gone. Birr, raging hot favourites, but Castletown now lead by 4 points as Pat Phelan tips that one over the bar. 6 points to 2, but remember that breeze, and it is significant. The Birr crowd getting behind their team. They want some action before half time. Castletown want to hold on to this lead before half time, maybe consolidate it. Brian Ferns fighting for it on his knees. Barry Wheelahan. Cyril Cuddy knocked off the ball by Gary Hannafy. Back is Paul Cuddy. Didn't get it up the first time. Declan Pickle throws his weight in. There also is Hannafy Gary, but coming away with it, Cyril Cuddy again. Superb game at centre half back with a poor pass, but it works out okay over Johnny Pilkinen. Goes to Robert Laney. He drives it nowhere. On the far side, Brian Ferns pulled and missed it. Robert Laney comes into it again. The chop was in, and referee right in the spot showing exactly why the free was given, and a chance for David Cuddy in the centre of the field, a couple of metres outside his own 65-metre line. Dead centre of the pitch now. David Cuddy with the free. The breeze behind him. If he has the accuracy, it should be a score. Drives it high, very high, but the ball going to the left and wide. 3.5 minutes from the break. A 4-point lead for Castletown. They're controlling most sectors. The ball broken down. David Cuddy. A lovely hand pass across the far side for Declan Keenan. Keenan drills it over Pat Phelan. He's ahead of his marker this time. Can he keep it in play? He slips in. Does very, very well. Holding him out is Gary Carl. Hand passes the ball in across to Kingston. Great play by Kingston. Surely taken out of it as he was going forward. No free given. The ball kicked away. Castletown are there in numbers. Wheelahead is there as well. Kingston trying to get it up this time. Has it in his hands. A big young man. Off he goes on the run again. Taking it back there was Stephen Brown. Brown still going forward. Fine hurler is Stephen Brown. Minor star at the pass. Paul Cuddy's there. Breaks it down. Majestic as ever. Just loses it then. Running into it is Declan Keenan. The referee will sort it out and throw the ball in. Dickie Murphy will throw it in. Declan Keenan is there. Rory Hannafy is there. Hannafy wins the ball. Up along the wing for Declan Pilkinen. Paul Cuddy. Declan Pilkinen goes by him with the ball, but Cuddy now closes him down. Out near the corner flag. Back across the middle. Out to is Robert Delaney. And Johnny Pilkinen. Johnny hand passes the ball back to Stephen Brown. Brown with a snapshot. Is it a score? It's a great score. Super score, Stephen Brown. And all from the intelligent play of Johnny Pilkinen. Great back pass. Double score, 6 points to 3, 28 minutes gone. 2 from the break. Birr looking for the scores to close the gap before half time. Castletown looking to stay ahead. Tom Phelan in a bit of trouble. Paul Cuddy has to be in two minds. The player inside him is Declan Pilkinen. Closed down on the far side by Martin Phelan. The ball going to the right and wide. Great play, Martin Phelan. Nine wides for Birr, 5 wide for Castletown. Castletown lead 6 points to 3. John Lyons puck out to the side of the field. John Palmer is over here. Fionán Sullivan snapped it up. Turns, took a little bit of time on it. Drilling it inside. The ball fell kindly. There is Pat Mullaney on the ground. The ball into Patrick Phelan. He couldn't hold it. Trying to get it up again. Been tackled but still doing well. Pat Phelan on the ground. He goes after it. He touched it on the ground as he was sliding down. What hard luck. The ball just wouldn't come for him. Had he picked it on the first occasion, the score was there. Jimmy Hanlon won his selected on the far side, telling him he should have done better. Pat knows that himself. Out to take the free, Brian Mullins. 29.5 minutes gone. Castletown would like to hold on to the 3-point lead. Birr would like to close it. Not much time left to change that. David Cuddy and Barry Wheelahan, neither of them get it. Hannafy's there, Gary. The ball comes back to David Cuddy. He's hooked from behind. The chop was surely down by Johnny Pilkinen. And the free to Castletown. Paul Cuddy comes out to take it. He's a big striker of ball. The breeze is behind him. He could go very close with this if he wants to go for the score, and why not? John Sullivan out to centre half forward. Cuddy elects to drop it in into John Sullivan. Goes past him. Kingston's in at full forward. The ball back outside to Fionán Sullivan. The chance is there to Pat Mullaney. The shot and blocked down. It's there again. The goal! Richard Kingston. The goal for Castletown. Richard Kingston, the man that finished it. The shot from Pat Mullaney. Great play from Fionán Sullivan. The ball comes to us, Fionán Sullivan. He gave it across to Mullaney. Mullaney's usually a goal stopper. This time he went for the goal. Saved by Mullins. What a boost before half time for Castletown. And the referee blows the half time whistle. And Castletown lead by 6 points. What a boost just on the call of half time Fionán Sullivan with the ball across the Pat Maloney. He took the shot. It was parried by Brian Mullins, but coming in after was both Richard Kingston and Pat Phelan, and Kingston getting the final touch, beating it over the line at half time in the Leinster Club Senior Hurling Final. It's Castletown 1 goal and 6 points or 3 points. Referee Dickie Murphy in the centre of the field, and the second half is on. The ball cut off back there by John Paul O'Mara. Hasn't been seen in the game yet. Fionán Sullivan under pressure. Gives the ball back to Declan Keel up along the wing. Great play. John Sullivan was getting to it first. John Sullivan coming into, tipping the ball away. Brian Ferns having done well before that. Sullivan blocked down by Brian Wheelahan, but wins the ball back, pushed off the ball in by Wheelahan. Great battle between the two, up near the end line. Wheelahan wins possession, turns it up and drives the ball down the field, broken down. John Palmer there. Palmer comes in with one hand. The ball back to Niall Claffey. This is super hurling now. Great play, Robert Delaney, and good play again. Hit by Hannafield on the ground. There is Martin Phelan. This is stupendous hurling. There is Paul Cuddy, cuts out all the messing and drives it up along the far side. Back covering is Donald Franks. Fionán Sullivan gets there first, does very, very well. Back inside towards Kingston. Kingston beaten for the ball, but wins it back, can't get into his hand. Pat Maloney comes in. They're covering it. Joe Arty hasn't had much of the play either. Great pull over there by Gary Cahill. He's had a lot of the play in the opening half. This time the ball comes off, it's hurled out over the sideline. Richard Kingston now at full forward. Pat Maloney coming across. Is he going to change the hurl? The one he has his bent as a goalkeeper's hurl. He breaks it as he comes across. He'll get a new one. Could be the puck and out hurl. That's a great cut across from John Palmer across the face of the goal. Back covering on this side. And Claffey coming away with the ball. That's great play by the wing half back. And still going forward is Niall Claffey. But he was hooked from behind. Great play that time by Brian Ferns. David Cuddy drives it across the far side for Patrick Phelan. 2 points in the first half. Hand pass forward. A poor pass. Really poor pass. The ball had Johnny Pilkinen out in the middle of the field now. He got no change in the first half in the full forward line. Running onto it, Rory Hannafield. The ball drilled inside. Danger here as Gary Hannafield goes after it. Paul Cuddy's out to it first. Good play, Paul. He gets the ball on his knees. He's been tackled and pushed away. Still going backwards. Then hand pass the ball out into an open space. Barry Wheelahan will get out there. Wheelahan blocked in his tracks by Cyril Cuddy illegally, and then vents his frustration. But the free in is to Birr. What a period of play. Hurls flying in on the far side. Hurls flying out. Timber being used and timber being broken, and now Gary Hannafield has a chance to get the opening score in the second half, a chance to narrow the gap. 35 metres out, 10 metres in from the far sideline. Gary Hannafield rises it, strikes it, unbelievably, strikes it wide. That is unbelievable. Sub coming in for Birr is number 20, who is Dylan Hayden. Is it Liam Power that's coming off? The ball out in the middle of the field, hustling for possession. Ball tipped away, pulled on the ground by David Cuddy. Off the field of play, in fact it's Paul Malloy. Back into the middle, the chances here now. Oh! Cutting control with Brian Ferns with players loose inside him. Jordy away with it. Great play by the veteran. Everything drilled it down. Dropping down to John Lyons. Lyons takes it, turns onto his left hand side and drills it way out the field. Under it is Gary Hannafield. Takes it cleanly. Back on the attacker Birr. Hannafield going forward. Hand pass across to Barry Wheelahan. Wheelahan with a snapshot to the left and wide. 11 wides for Birr. Ball drops in the middle of the field again. David Cuddy pulls on it. Running out to his Kingston. Has a man outside him, but he just didn't connect on the ball. Then coming in is Brian Ferns. Kingston with one hand in. Into Ferns. Ferns across to Fionán Sullivan. Fionán Sullivan with a chance. Snaps it. Snaps it over the bar. 5 minutes gone in the second half. And Fionán Sullivan, after great play by the Castletown attack, kept the ball moving, kept it rolling. Brian Ferns was there, Kingston was there, and the ball across to Sullivan, and Sullivan pops it over the bar. 7 point lead. David Cuddy forward for Palmer, but he just took his eye off it, and Brian Wheelahan didn't, and Brian Wheelahan cleared it way down the field. John Lyons comes out to it, watching it go out over the end line. Padja Wheelahan on this sideline. 2 sons playing on the field, urging his men on. But things not going Birr's way at the moment. Back covering, Declan Keenan, lovely play, back to Cyril Cuddy. Cyril took a little bit of a knock, hand pass it forward. For Brian Ferns, he couldn't control it, controlling it well is Liam Power, but he's locked down by Brian Ferns. Great play. Niall Claffey, down the wing. Tom Phelan there, Martin. Paul Cuddy just left the ball behind him. The ball hand pass forward. The chance turn over Birr. Johnny Pilkington going forward. The shot that's wide. Oh my. Johnny Pilkington wide from what, 10-12 metres. Puck out coming in the middle of the field again. David Cuddy grabs it, knocked to the ground, held, loses the helmet, kicks the ball away, and it goes high. Then the hurl was high from John O'Sullivan. He tells Dickie Murphy he's not happy with the decision, and Murphy's allowing the boss to free his 2 Birr and the Brian Wheelahan. 13 wides for Birr, 5 wides for Castletown. On the scoreboard, it's 1-7 to 3 points, 7 between the sides. Huge ball in. Paul Cuddy's under. Hannafi's there. Cuddy gets it over in one hand. Cyril Cuddy was got a tip across the face as he was going for the ball. Good refereeing. Dickie Murphy. Crucial period of the game. Cyril Cuddy down injured. Padja Wheelahan roaring, shouting instructions from the sideline, trying to get his men going. Totally frustrated at the number of wides they have shot in the game, the chances they've missed. 3 goal chances. As on the other end of the field, Cyril Cuddy's back on his feet. What a battling game he has had. What a game he had last week. He's running back out, he's trying to pick up Barry Whelan. He seems to be gone to centre half forward now. Johnny's gone to centre field, Johnny Pilkington. Paul Cuddy's free is a long one. Picked on O'Hutter's great skill from John O'Sullivan, but unfortunately the ball went straight out over the sideline on this side of the field. Sideline ball. John Paul O'Mara, man of the match the last day out. Hasn't shown today a lot of the play on the other side of the field, but it's a great sideline cut. Cyril Cuddy, the ball goes straight through his hands, but back covering is Martin Phelan. Phelan cleared his lines. John Palmer is under, he's beaten for it by Stephen Brown, but doing well is Fionán Sullivan. 3 Burman there. Barry Wheelahan wins it, bottled up by Castletown men. Burst his way forward, seemed to take too many steps. Hand pass to Declan Pilkington. Pilkington closed down as well. 3 men closing him down, 3 blue and white shirts. Eventually a shot coming in, dropping all the way over the bar. That's a great score, right from the centre of the field. Stephen Brown, the man who's gone back out to that position, the number 13, narrows the gap to 6 points. Great score from Stephen Brown. 9 minutes gone in the game. Back come Birr again, battling all their experience, all Ireland champions twice. David Cuddy hand passed the ball across to Brian Ferns. Ferns just took too much time. Does well to try and win it back. The ball cut away by Niall Claffey. Claffey, the ball is feed, pulling too strong across the ankle of Declan Keenan, and the referee will call across Niall Claffey. Little bit of frustration. But what a performance by Castletown up to this stage. No matter what way the game finished, so far in the game they've been truly magnificent. Fighting for everything, playing with heart, spirit, determination and no little skill. But credit Birr, they just haven't taken the chances, but their hurling on the field is impeccable as well. David Cuddy with the free, against the breeze, rises it, strikes it strongly, tailing a bit to the far side. Patrick Phelan is in there, the ball going straight out to the left and wide. Ten minutes gone. Can Castletown keep it up? Can they hold out this great team? The ball tipped ahead. The shot! Oh, over the bar. Great score, Stephen Brown. He knows he could have done better. Looking for the hand pass inside with the full forward Hannafy. But Stephen Brown with two in a row. Two great scores. 11 minutes gone. 5 points now the gap. One 75 points. Castletown needs scores. Brian Wheelahan is there. He's bottled up. Referee Dickie Murphy claims the ball again. Wheelahan and David Cuddy pushing. Cuddy wins the pull. The ball runs inside. Chasing after Pat Mullally. Mullally in pursuit. Tackled as he went for the ball. Did well to hold on to it. One-handed pull then. Joe Erity is there. Joe Erity against one of the youngest men on the field. Both pull. The ball comes off them. Out over the sideline. Last touch from the Castletown hurl. Line is the little man James Hooban. Great tussle for possession over here. David Cuddy, last touch off his boot. David says no way. With a sideline ball to Birr, edging their way back into the game. 2 scores from Stephen Brown have brought them within 5 points. What a goal would do for them. It's a great put down from Niall Claffey. Back covering with a foul committed by Hannafy on Paul Cuddy. Cuddy on one knee. And here comes the little man. James Hoban is onto the field of play. What a reception from the Castletown crowd. What a reception will he get from the Birr defence. Where is he going? Who's going off? It looks like Pat Phelan could be the man going off. And James Hooban is in. Scored a goal and a point last week. He goes inside. He's not as dwarfed this week as he was last week by the giant Wexford fullback. But Pat Phelan is off. James Hooban on. Clash on the side of the field. Linesman gives it to Birr. Changes his mind, gives it to Castletown. James Hooban on the field of play. The cut across from David Cuddy. The ball battered out. John Palmer will chase after it. Palmer wins possession with a free committed off the ball. John O'Sullivan penalised as Castletown were in possession. Meanwhile, down injured inside is John Richard Kingston. Richard is down injured. Stopwatch says just almost midway through this second half. 175 points. Castletown lead Birr. The free is taken. The ball dropping in. Martin Phelan breaks it down, or Tom Phelan, one of the Phelans, whichever, comes back outside to Barry Wheelahan. Wheelahan tackled, dispossessed, but wins back the ball, gets a shot across the face of the goal. Danger here now for Castletown. Johnny Pilkinen is there, being held. Gorman on the ground, with the ball in the hand is David Cuddy, strikes the ball and strikes it away. Out to the middle of the field. One, but the ball tipped away from Donald Frank's hurl. Fionán Sullivan on the run. The chances here. Forward Brian Ferns. Ferns is bottled up, but turns again. Hits it, but doesn't hit it nowhere. Pat Maloney comes into it. Maloney doing well. Pulling a fresh air shot. Then blocks the ball down. Pat Maloney still has a chance, but then fouls his man. A titanic struggle. 1-7 to 5 points. 15 and a half minutes gone. Brian Wheelhill with the free. Wind assisted. Drills it in. Sharon Cuddy grabs it. Great play, Sharon Cuddy. The ball's cut away from him. Good interception back there by Johnny Pilkinen. Paul Cuddy grabs it up. He runs into it. A wall of men. Hand pass it forward for Robert Delaney. He drills it up the field. Out to it first. Getting it with Donald Franks. Tip back out to Niall Claffey. The two wing half backs combining. Claffey comes away with it. Flies by David Cuddy. Still with the ball. Hand pass across to Declan Pilkinen. A low one inside. To Hannafy. The shot is there. It's wide. Gary Hannafy blazes wide from only 10 metres out. Four clear goal chances for Birr. Hello. How's it going? It's 17 minutes gone and it's Castletown 1-7 for 5 points. Yeah. Okay. Back with play again. Birr at the wing on a sub. Tell you about that in a moment. Birr back on the attack. Hannafy trying to make up for his goal miss. On the run. Paul Cuddy holding him out. Throws the ball far ahead. Across the face of the goal. There is Tom Phelan. Tom Phelan comes away. And that's the confidence of Solo with it. Tackle from behind. Gets the shot in. Tackling with Dylan Hayden. But Castletown, referee, blowing the whistle. Who is he speaking to? Speaking to John Palmer. And Castletown coming away with the ball, but the foul committed. The free will be taken by Brian Wheelahan inside the 45-metre line. 18 minutes gone in the second half. 12 minutes left for Castletown to hold on. It's a long 12 minutes. Wheelahan goes for the goal shot inside. Taken off the line. Taken off the line by John Lyons. Drilled up the field. Goes over the head of Pat Maloney. John Palmer's over to it. His tackle. He's a man inside him with David Cuddy. Gives it forward to Cuddy. Cuddy has a chance here now. Right at the ball. Runs into trouble. Strikes it in. What a shot. Oh, just to the right and wide. A real chance for David Cuddy, and when the ball left his hurl right in our view here, it seemed to be heading inside the post, but the wind tailing it off. The puck out comes. David Cuddy's under it again. Tipped on in the air by Rory Hannafy. Hit across by Cyril Cuddy out over the sideline. Advantage back to Birr. Birr looking to get back into the game. Castletown have to hold their composure, hold their discipline. Be tight and be disciplined. The cut coming from Niall Claffey. Grabbed by Cyril Cuddy yet again. Hits the ball but doesn't go far. Owing to Stephen Brown. Looking for his third point on the trot. Turns and strikes it. 3 in a row for Stephen Brown. The 9th, the 11th, the 19 minutes. He scored in them all. Eating away at the Castletown lead. 1-7 to 6 points. The crowd roar. Birr urging their men on. The rainbow behind the goals. Is it a lucky omen for someone? There's 2 in fact. There could be 1 for each. The ball batted down. David Cuddy's there. The ball tipped away from him. Barry Wheelahan in the centre of the field. hand pass it forward to his brother Brian. Brian on the run and going forward. Robert Delaney tips the ball away from him. Kingston is there. The ball kicked away. Castletown up and cleared it. Whelan gets it up with a foot in the hurl. In possession again. Tries to hit it across. His foul and a free in. Brian Whelan fouled. The centre half back coming forward to put his team out of trouble. The father is in on the pitch, urging his men on. Stronger words maybe than that being said. The free is there for Brian Whelan, just outside the semicircle. Will he be content with the point? He drills it over the bar. There's 3 between the sides. The pressure is on Castletown. They've only scored once in the second half. John Lyons with a puck out. Vital part of the game. 9 minutes left to play. The ball broken down. John Palmer after it. The ball cut away. Robert Delaney is there. Barry Whelan. One-handed by David Cuddy. 2 hands was missed on. But then on the run is Kingston. He can't get it up. The ball kicked inside the Donald Franks. He's under pressure. The pressure is put on by Kingston again. Put back covering well as Rory Hannafy. He's blocked down. The ball outside to John Palmer. Little James Hoban goes after it. But the ball is won by Birr. Back there is Declan Pilkington back defending. Over the far side Donald Franks. He loses the hurl. James Hoban wins it. And Castletown win a free. "21.5 minutes. A vital free for Castletown. David Cuddy coming forward to take it. 4 between the sides. Fionán Sullivan with Castletown's only score of the second half. 14 wides for Birr, 7 for Castletown. David Cuddy, one of the most important frees he'll ever take. Rises it, strikes it, and strikes him wide. Well, if Hannafy got on one and David Cuddy done it the other. I said it was vital. He wins the ball in the middle of the field. On the run, throws it up. Hooks, missing it. Barry Whelan after him. Still David Cuddy. Gives it to John Palmer. Palmer takes a shot in. The goalkeeper will come off his line. Out to it is Brian Mullins. Clears a massive ball. Out to the middle of the field. Under it is Declan Keenan. Keenan breaks the ball down. Taken on the run. Hannafy drills it inside. Tom Whelan. Paul Cuddy. What a catch. Up along the wing. Fionán Sullivan after. The captain with Niall Claffey. Claffey wins the pull. Gets it back outside to Rory Hannafy. He rises and strikes first time. Robert Delaney pushed off the ball. Gary Hannafy. Declan Pilkington. Robert Delaney tries to win it back again. Declan Pilkington after it. Going for the goal. Pilkington lines it off the line. Takes the ball and gets a knock into the face. Straight into the face. Wasn't, I don't think, malicious. The hurl was up, caught him in the face. A Castletown player and a Birr player entangled on the ground behind him. Lyons is down, but great goalkeeping, John Lyons. The free out will be to Castletown. 23.5 minutes gone. They lead by a goal, 1-7 to 7 points. That could have been a goal. Declan Pilkington was in. Paul Cuddy rises it. Gary Hannafy's under it. The ball is broken down. Backpedaling with David Cuddy. Cuddy trying to rise it. The ball kicked away from him. Robert Delaney takes it like a train. Gives it a puck by Lanny. The ball was hot, but Lanny still can win it. It's taken by Rory Hannafy. Hannafy on the middle of the field. Drills one down for Declan Pilkington. Down inside to his brother Gary Hannafy. Back there is Cyril Cuddy. Back there was Phelan. Tom or whatever. The ball back outside. He can't tell it up. And then the foul committed by Declan Keenan when there was really no obvious danger. The foul on Dylan Hayden. "5 minutes left in the game. 5.5 in fact. Brian Whelan hits it high, hits it over the bar. One 7 to 8 points. What a game. Birr, the top club team of the last decade, edging back into it. Vital one in the middle of the field. Trying to kick it forward, Richard Kingston. David Cuddy, the ball went past him. Phelan is out to it. Takes it like a train. Does Tom Phelan. But the ball cut away from him. Barry Whelan on the run. Hannafy's inside. David Cuddy closed him down. Still Whelan going forward. Barry Whelan fouled. The referee gives the free and then turns around and hits David Cuddy straight across the face. Straight across the face. David Cuddy got the stroke. Referee surely must take. He's going to speak to both of them, but on this occasion Cuddy had committed a foul. The free was given and Barry Whelan striking. Dickie Murphy, tell them to cool it down, to shake hands, but surely he'll have to throw in the ball after that. Brian Whelan asking why. Or is he going to give the free? He's giving the free despite the retaliation. Brian Whelan taking it, 2 points between the sides. Rises the ball. Strikes it over the bar, there's only a point between them. Castletown have only got one score in the second half. If they're to win this game, they'll need more. Birr edging ever closer. The single point between the sides. Stopwatch says 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Up the go in the middle, past the middle of the field. The ball is broken down. David Cuddy kicks it forward. Back covering center Brian Whelan. Birr win possession. And going forward with the ball, Stephen Brown. He scored 3 second half points. And he's going for the equaliser. Looking for his fourth. He's still on the run. Still Brown going forward. He loses the ball. Phelan comes out. Tackles him. And what's the referee going to do? He's calling out to Castletown, man. A tremendous run by Stephen Brown, the yellow card for Martin Phelan. Hodge Cuddy is on this team for Castletown. Bringing him into the centre of the field maybe to get a bit of height for the puck out when it comes up for this one. Who has gone off? I haven't seen anybody yet. Brian Ferns looks like the player going off. Brian Whelan with the chance of the equaliser. 1-7 to 10 points. The sides are level. Now who can produce the winner? The odds have to be with Birr. The puck out from John Lyons. This is vital. 2 minutes left in the game. The ball broken down. Burman wins it. Lies it on the ground, in fact. Does Liam Power, the referee, will throw it in. Wipes the ball clean. Number 8 is Johnny Pilkinen. Number 9 is David Cuddy. Cuddy trying to push the ball away. Hit across the far side. Birr in possession of the ball again. Taken off him. Scooped out by Declan Pilkinen. Pulled on by Johnny. Out over the sideline, far side of the field. Into the last minute. Will we be back in a week's time? Or can someone grab a winner? 29 and a half minutes gone. Tom Phelan will take the sideline ball. He'll leave it to Robert Delaney. 29 and a half. And counting down, we're in the last half minute of normal time. Robert Delaney cuts it up along the side, comes off the hurl of Tom Phelan. The initiative back with Birr. Barry Whelan will take the sideline puck. Can Birr grab the last minute equaliser? Padja Whelan is on shouting instructions. 29-50. Johnny Pilkin has put over great sideline cuts before. He's placing this one on the far side of the field like he'd place a golf ball on a tee. Could it be a dramatic or an injury time? Johnny cuts it. A shout from behind. Something happened. Padja Whelan is on the field. Johnny Whelan cuts it. No, Barry Whelan pulls it on the ground. The ball taken by David Cuddy. If Castletown go in possession, we might have the final whistle. Tom Phelan in possession. Trying to work his way out. He wins the free. It's a vital free. A half a minute of injury time played. We had a couple of stoppages in the second half. Paul Cuddy will take the free. Can either team grab an equaliser? Will we come again in a week's time? What a performance by Birr in the second half comeback. Castletown with their backs to the wall. One score got. 30 minutes and 45 seconds. Paul Cuddy's free is up along the far side. Running out to it and taking the ball. Referee blows a full-time whistle. It's all over. It's all over. As Brian Whelan was in possession. Back again in a week's time. What a performance. What a finish to a game. The crowd rise. It's a standing ovation, and deservedly so. They live to fight another day. Castletown puts in a pin in their collars to survive. Birr put in a pin in their colours, and 4 closing points from the greatest hurler ever to come out of Offaly, Brian Whelan, snatching them back. 7 scores they got in succession, 3 from Stephen Brown from play, 4 from Barry Whelan, but credit Castletown with fighting to the bitter end against the might of Birr. The final score, Castletown 1 goal and 7, Birr 10 points.